Yo, what's happening, everybody? Little battery in my fan died. Putting some valve springs in rectangle port heads for Panda today. Guys, drop us a comment, let us know where you're from. If you're new here, we're 727 Motorsports. We specialize in LS and modern LT engine work. We are trying to get our trucks ready to road trip to LSFest and compete in burnout wars this year. Cole Wolver said hi. Jared Rodriguez said hola. Looks like we got a kind of a local there. OG Obi-Wan Kenobi out of Cabot. I assume you mean Cabot, Arkansas. We're live on the TikTok earlier, and this thing was, these locks were being a pain. Hopefully they have a little better luck out of them this time. See, if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. They're tiny on the screen. I don't have the greatest vision. See, Timothy Venaire said, what do you think about the 4.8? I mean, I'll be honest with you. They're gutless as hell. They ain't got no torque. I don't really try to do anything with them performance-wise. Some people live by them for turbo builds. I'm not one of those people. But if you pick one up for next to nothing, or you have a daily driver that has a 4.8 in it, I mean, they are good engines. They're just not very good for performance. They don't make any torque. Hey, there she is. Got the wifey in here too. I'll come back in here. I had to go get a battery for the fan a second ago. I'll come back in here and she was in there. She said that it wasn't showing that we were live. Then I come back in here and it showed we had like 15 viewers, so. 210-degree temps. Yeah, that's normal operating temp for an LS engine. Some of the cars even run hotter than that, like the Vets and the Camaros. They'll run upwards of 220, which I'm not really a big fan of either, but one of the big things is, here's what you got to take in consideration. Water boils at what, 212 degrees Fahrenheit? So if you're running an operating temp of 210 degrees and you're running straight water, that's not good. You'll get your temps down because you're right there at boiling. But if you are running Dex Cool, it doesn't boil till like 230 something. I'm over here about to take a spring off. I just put on talking. But look, if you're running Dex Cool, it's not going to boil till like 230 something. So that's going to give you a wider range of operating temperature before you reach a boiling point. Cooling system isn't going to build pressure until it starts to boil. That's one reason you'll never see us run water unless we plan to go to a racetrack or something and we know we're not going to pass tech with coolant. But water boils sooner. LSs like to run a little hotter. It's not a good combination. the way the tables are set up in the stock ECMs, the LSs actually run a little better, hotter, because of how the tables are set up. And you could probably set one up to run at 180 degrees or something, you know, and it'd be okay, especially if you have a good tuner. But out of the box, they're made to run around 2 to 210. Let's see what else we got. So I have a P0300 code in a 3.8 series. All right, I don't work on anything but V8 GMs, LS, and LT. Sorry. If it misfire, I don't even know what the common symptoms of a 3.8 could be. So I'm gonna have to just stop there on that one, unfortunately. Sorry, I can't help you. Let's see, is a Chevy LBZ with 150,000 miles in good condition worth 40K? There again, I wouldn't know. I work on gas burner V8s from 99 and up. I don't really know anything about diesels and would probably just be lying if I said that I did. I got a magnet. It's on the end of the screwdriver. It's putting them back in. That's the fun part. Heck yeah, Cabot, Arkansas. A-State representing. Woo! Well, I've been on a roll today. Just dropping stuff. Let us know where you're from. Let us know if you're new here or a returning subscriber. If you're wondering what we're doing, we are changing valve springs and the rectangle port heads that are about to go on the 85 C10 we call Panda. We got accepted to do burnout wars at LSFest East. So we're trying to get the truck ready to go race some cane, along with trying to get Emma's purple turbo truck finished so she can road trip that thing too. We still got to get some parts for that bad boy. So you guys remember, y'all watching, subscribing, all that good stuff helps us achieve those goals. Are you working on a Testarossa? No. No. And I probably didn't even say that right because I don't even know what that is. I've heard of it before, but I don't know what it is. Because I want to be honest, if it's not modern LS, or if it's not LT or modern LS, messed it up again. If it's not LS or modern LT, I don't typically waste my time storing the information in my brain because all I work on is LS and LT. Right. Brian Sawyer from Springdale, Arkansas. Alexis Williams is from Wisconsin, says she's new here. Tony Beef, check this out. I bought a Chevy crate engine rated at 381 foot-pounds at the crank. I did 5 rubs on chassis dyno, 5 runs on chassis dyno, 383 foot-pounds. At 3,000 RPM, not complaining, but I don't get it. First time here from Canada. Well, thank you for tuning in. So I guess I'm not understanding. You definitely not complaining because it made more power on the dyno than advertised. But is that what you're saying, is you don't get how it made more power than advertised? Man, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I could answer that. That's probably more of a question for the person that built the engine, the company that built the engine, because I would say, you know, they probably built one and tested it and ran it, and that's what the rating was set at. But that's just kind of a baseline. That's not going to be, most of the time they don't dyno every engine from my understanding. Like that's just going to be a kind of a baseline set off of a particular engine they built. Testarossa Ferrari. Dude, I wish I was working on one of those. I'm not. No. I do LS's. But if somebody wants to LS swap a Testarossa, I would, if I'm even saying that right, I would probably be interested in looking into that because that sounds cool. Oh, let's see if we can scroll back up here. But another big thing is conditions and elevation, air quality, fueling. What fuel did they test it on versus what fuel you're running? Timing. There's a lot of things. That could have been mild. Let's see. Carter Bain said, "Do you like dragons?" That's an odd question. What kind of dragons are we talking? I feel like it's some kind of trick question. It's a GM crate engine. Man, I'm not sure. That could just be one of those like ratings off the seat of the pants type deal. You jerking it down there. No, clearly I'm changing valve springs on cylinder heads. Try to keep it appropriate for the youngsters now, y'all. Come on. See? Cinching down a C-clamp on some valve springs, big guy. Don't get excited. King Bingus. What intake manifold are you running? That's a great question. BTR just sponsored the truck and sent us an LS3 Trinity intake. We were running a Holley high ram on the Cathedral port, but we decided to change it up, do something a little different, and rep our friends and family over at Brian Tilley Racing. Stepper gonna give me a drink real quick. What else we got in here? Said got a 2019 Tahoe 5.3. Would you run an AFM plug and delete? By plug and delete, you probably mean something that plugs into an OBD2 and disables the DFM. Or AFM, depending on which engine you have. I would run that if that's your budget option right now as a precautionary measure. But I would also be saving and preparing to do a actual cam and lifter AFM, DOD, DFM delete. Because if the parts are still in the engine, they can still fail. So, who makes these overhead lights, the hex lights? Man, we got these off of Amazon. We always wanted to put them in our shop, but if you aren't new here, then you'll know that our other shop was so tiny, we didn't have no room to put anything like this. So when we moved into our new shop in April, we decided we were gonna go ahead and do these, but they're it's just a hex light, man. They come in different patterns and different counts of hexagons, and we got them off Amazon, and so far they've been awesome. If you guys have Facebook, make sure to find us on there. We post a lot of content on there, and TikTok as well. You can find our personal pages. Emma's got her truck build going on her page. The purple single cab turbo truck. So you can follow the progress of that there. And then I've been posting more about Panda the C10 on my personal page on Facebook as well. That's at Emma Watkins and at Tyler Watkins. Of course, shop pages at 727 Motorsports. Can we see the truck this is going in? 100%. Give me 1 second. let me finish putting this spring in, and I will take you over there and let you see it. It's an 85 C10. It's got a 417 Mike Lau stroker in it. A stage 4 Tim Smith 4L70 with a 3600 stall from PTC. It's on a Holley Terminator X-Max. It's got heat, air, radio. Just a nice little short bed truck. We built it last year for a friend that we lost to cancer, and that was her nickname, Panda. So that's where the truck got its name. It's got long travel QA1 coilovers up front, double adjustable shocks in the back, 410 gears with a Eaton True Track. We did a quantum in-tank fuel system. It's got all Evil Energy fuel lines, trans-cooler lines and everything. Come on now. Get in there. Yeah, let me finish this, man. We'll take it over there and show it to you. That's what I'm talking about. These things have just been being a pain today. I normally don't fight these things like this. Last couple times I did this on a live feed, it was super smooth too. Still got one head to go. Come on. There it goes. Just wasn't down far enough. Said I would like to work as a mechanic, but nobody hires you without experience. It's very true. Fortunately, I got experience, started out getting experience on my own time, on my own dollar. Working on my own stuff. We're gonna walk over here and show you guys Panda, my 85 C10 that this engine we're putting together is going in. So there it is. Say heartbeat's out right now, so ain't much there, but you guys might have seen some videos of this truck on Facebook or TikTok. Try to do some burnout competitions and stuff in it. Eventually we'll do some drag racing, but I don't know what the inside looks like. Oh, it ain't too bad. We did wrap the door jambs, a custom wrap with some sponsor logos and stuff. That's Panda. There's the 417 short block. Some junk that we just took off of there. My valve covers. The new BTR intake. Shout out to BTR for sponsoring the truck and sending us this intake. Set of head gaskets for the job. Fuel rail kit and their shaft rocker kit. As this would not be happening without BTR standing in our corner. It'd be happening, probably just wouldn't be happening right now. They sent the intake out and they said we want you to have that on there before LSFest. So I gotta jump on it, have it done. Said hello, greetings from Poland. I found this live on main page. Tell something about you, what you're doing right now. I see you assembling some type of engine, but tell more about it. Yes, sir. The truck I just showed you, man, that is my 1985 C10 we call Panda. And we are swapping from one cylinder head to a better cylinder head and intake combination. And we're going to go compete at Burnout Wars at LSFest East at Bowling Green, Kentucky here in the USA. And try to show out and have a great time, man. Pop some tires. Just love having fun with these hot rods, man. Marcus said, what engine are you putting in? We are putting in the Michelin 417 stroker short block that we just took out. This is actually just a cylinder head and intake swap. I've been running that engine in the truck for about a year now. Having a lot of fun with it. Show you right here. Before I set that down, I'll show you guys what we're working on. This is your typical rectangle port truck head. So it's like an LS3 head, but it didn't come off an LS3. I was putting some 660 springs and seals in there. Did have them resurfaced, the valve job done. So fresh set of heads going on. It's got 8 more springs to do now. Timothy said, not bad. As far as the truck goes, man, I appreciate it. It's still a work in progress. It ain't nothing perfect, but it's a fun truck, man, and we get to let the memory of a friend live on through the truck, getting to tell her story. So every time somebody asks us about the truck, we get to, her memory gets to live on, so that's important to us. So I like the vet behind you. That one, man, you can go see that vet on our YouTube channel, right here on our YouTube channel. We've got some videos up on it, and we've got some more videos coming soon. So we're actually getting ready to put the motor back in that thing next week. So you guys be on the lookout for that if you like that type of stuff. We try to cover video, or we try to do content coverage on car shows, truck shows, burnout competitions, drag racing, stuff here at the shop, builds that we've got going on, LS swaps, stuff like that. My wife and I run the shop. She turns wrenches too. She builds motors, tears them down, does cam swaps. She's a real G. So just subscribe. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoy the content. If you guys have any questions about anything LS based, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know, and try to lead you in the direction of somebody that could answer it for you. I don't know everything about them, but this is all I work on, so I do know a lot. And I've learned a lot of things on these engines the hard way. Wasted a lot of money. I'm over here getting deviated again. Wasted a lot of money. So I like to pass my knowledge on and help people the best I can. Best LS. I personally like the Gen 4 6.0 truck engines. Get them in the 2500 series pickups, work vans, really all the way up to some of the newer stuff too. But they come with these cylinder heads right here. They are usually an iron block 6-liter, and man, they're solid. They got good rods in them. You can make, 500 horse with essentially just a cam only setup. They can do really well. Said, I have a question regarding my car. Can I ask? Man, you sure can try. Like I said, I only work on LS engines. GM V8s from 99 and up, but I'll try to answer any question I can. Marcus said, do you like the LS7? Man, the LS7's awesome for power, but realistically, it's not a practical engine because they're not everywhere. They didn't make as many of those as they did the smaller cubic inch motors. So, parts being easily accessible, not going to be as likely, but they do make killer power. I'm a bang for the buck type of guy personally, so I tend to shoot for, I've got to where I don't really care for 5.3s too much. I'm going to try to go 6.0 or 6.2, preferably 6.0. LS1. I like LS1s. A lot of people hate on the LS1. I had an LS1 in a C5 Corvette and beat the ever living crap out of it. My wife had one too in a C5 Vette and beat the ever living crap out of it. I see the guys in F-body Camaros just put them through a hard life, you know. Some of these things just don't want to go, man. We're getting there though. We're rocking through it, guys. We're rocking through it. We're kind of rocking through it. Just like that. Stephen Harris said, what can I use to clean heads at home? Man, there's a couple things you could do really. Depends on what kind of level you're trying to go to on cleaning them. But you can get you some handheld wire, nylon, steel brushes, brass brushes, and some WD-40, some Scotch-Brites, and some rags. And just few square inches at a time, spray it with that WD-40, hit it with that wire brush and that Scotch-Brite, and then hit it with the WD-40 again and wipe it away, and you'll be surprised at how clean that gets cast aluminum. I've seen people pressure wash them and spray them with oven cleaner, and you don't want to use anything caustic on them. You don't want to soak them, especially if you're not taking them all the way down and taking them and having them worked. I've found that's the best thing to do though is WD-40 and maybe some mineral spirits or parts cleaner. It'll get them close. So when I go 50 kilometers and over out here like a whistle, what is it? Honda CR-V. Sorry, brother, I do not work on Hondas at all. I've never worked on a Honda, I don't think. Maybe, yeah, somebody said maybe a window seal. Might be something like that, man. I don't know. LSAs are sweet. But then again, they're kind of like an LS7. Like, they're expensive. They're hard to get. The ones that you can get are usually, they've been beat on. And they're a 6.2. So the 6.2 blocks, they're not the most desired, you know. See, Mad Money 262 said, my buddy has an 03 GMC Yukon XL with a 5.3. He kept throwing cam sensor, Knox, and a few other codes. Was it when we changed the O2 sensors, the codes and driving issues went away? To be honest with you, I don't know why it would have any effect on the cam sensor. I really don't. That doesn't make any sense. But I can definitely see bad O2 sensor or signal causing some NOx sensor issues, fueling issues, misfire data that's not really there. Not really misfires, like as far as the O2's picking up misfires, but it reading misfires, or it reading trims, and the trim data be relevant to misfires. And then it can, you know, overfuel or underfuel, cut spark, trying to correct whatever the O2 is reading. And then that's when, okay, well, NOx sensor is going to pick up some false knock or something going on. Some pinging. There's another retainer on the floor. Stock springs. Anybody going to LSFest East this year in Bowling Green, Kentucky? You guys gonna be there all weekend? We're cruising up, I think Thursday. Got like 5 or 6 of us going. We'll ride out in a convoy. Bunch of LS swap vehicles and built hot rods. I think we've actually got more than that going, but we have 5 or 6 camp cars that are going all together. 727 cars. Yeah, if you've never been to LSFest, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I think they said they had 2,500 cars registered in the car show alone last year. That was just the car show. That's not any drag cars, drift cars, burnout cars, autocross, that kind of stuff. That's off-road. They've even got an off-road deal going on. So if you haven't ever been, you gotta go check that out. They also have one in Texas and Vegas every year. But the Bowling Green one, that's like the home. That's where it all started. That's the big party. Did that, pulled them right back out. We still gotta knock the stock trunnion out of the rocker arms and put all our bearings in for the shaft rocker kit. Finally got some cooler weather this week here in Arkansas. That's been nice. I say this week, like yesterday and today. He said he's in West Virginia. He's 4.5 hours away from Bowling Green. We're in Northeast Arkansas, Paragould, Arkansas. It's like 5.5 hours from us or so, one way. If I had any time on the new C8 engine, I actually have not. The only experience I have with the new C8s is when I worked at the dealership before we went independent. We had one with lifter failure at like 29 miles. So I got to help pull the entire drivetrain out of that and do 2 banks of lifters in it. And it was pretty wild. So much of a nightmare. Man, I've got a lot of experience with C5, 6, and 7 Corvettes. So I'm used to working on Corvettes and kind of knowing that they're a pain to work on. So I don't know, I don't really see a problem with them. You just gotta be careful, and it's a little more tedious, but essentially it's, at the end of the day, it's all the same engine once you get them out. Got 6 more springs to go. Hang out with you guys for a few more minutes. So appreciate the input. Anytime, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in, watching, hanging out with us, asking questions. You know, that's the whole reason we do this, is to be able to share information and help people learn without having to learn the hard way and waste a bunch of time and their money. I want to see everybody out here building hot rods, enjoying their hot rods, and all that good stuff. Marcus said, do you stream every day? No, sir, not currently. We've been talking about doing more live feeds during the week. I need to do more live feeds, especially here on YouTube. I don't stream every day. I don't stream live every day, but we make content on the daily basis, whether it be working on YouTube episodes, full-length, high-quality YouTube episodes. We make a lot of TikTok videos, a lot of Facebook Reels. So, you know, if these live streams can get some traction and you guys really enjoy them, then we can try to start setting more side of time. We try to start setting more time aside to really focus on the live streams and do more live streams. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, if you're working on an LS swap or something like that, sometimes it can be hard to try to do a live stream though, because essentially you have to leave your phone on a tripod and you're just running all over the place working. Instead of like something like this, I'm more stationary in one spot. So while I do this, I can stop and read and comment. So that's one reason I really personally like to do live streams when I'm doing cylinder head work or something over here at the engine table in the engine room. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you guys enjoy watching and what we're able to do. So so this is cool being able to talk to you like this. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I really enjoy being able to talk to subscribers and followers too. I know sometimes you can have a question or something while somebody's doing something or showing you how to do something, and it's hard to be able to ask that question if the video is not a live stream, or you know, you gotta wait on a comment back. So I like being able to answer them live here on the spot. Should have poured in. Oh, you need big or little? Oh. I had that yellow roll the other day. I feel like I took it in there. But yeah, Marcus, if you have If you have TikTok or Facebook, man, make sure to look us up on there too, 727 Motorsports. You can find my personal page too, Tyler Watkins, on Facebook. We post a lot of stuff on TikTok. We've gotten a lot more into the YouTube stuff this year, though, this last year. We do a lot more full-length content. So he's really interested in CTSV engines. You have a preference in which engine or year is the best? Not particularly, no. Somebody might be able to chime in the comments and tell you that a specific year of the CTSV LSAs are better than the others, but my biggest advice would be find you a iron block 6-liter, put you a good set of pistons and rods in it, gap the rings for boost, and then put an LSA blower on top of that. That would be my personal opinion on that. Instead of finding I mean, unless you can just get an LSA set up for ridiculously cheap, but that's where I'm at on that, bro. Well, guys, it was awesome hanging out with y'all today. You guys make sure to check out the content, ring that bell for notifications, and drop us a comment and let us know how you like the content. Let us know if there's a video on something particular you want to see pertaining to LS swaps, LS engine builds, and so forth. We've got a ton of ideas for different series to do, but the stuff takes time and obviously money to do. So we're just going to keep going as we can, and we appreciate everybody's comments here. We appreciate everybody viewing, everybody subscribing. We're running it up slowly day by day, but we're super thankful for everybody that's here and enjoying the journey with us. I'm going to try to finish getting these springs swapped out and film some more for our YouTube channel on getting these things back on the engine, getting the engine back in the truck, getting the Trinity on, and going and making sure that this thing will eat a set of tires up before we go to Bowling Green next month. So you guys be on the lookout for that. Remember, find us on Facebook, TikTok, and make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all.